Hi everybody, Alex Deploy here from Expert Forex, and today's video I'm going to be showing you the different types of stops that we use in our EAs and for manual trading. But to do that, I'm going to have a look at our most recent EA, the Make Money EA, and if you look on your screen you can see that there are 4 options for stops. There's the initial stop loss, the move your stop loss to break even option, the trailing stop loss, and then the dynamic trailing stop loss. And I'm going to go through each one and show you how they work. The easy one is the initial stop loss. Essentially, we're going to use an example where there's a target of 100 and a stop loss of 50. Now, if you use only the initial stop loss, what happens is the price can go up to 1 or 2 pips of your target and then come all the way back and stop you out. In a transaction example like this, where you've got a 100 pip target and a 50 pip stop, you can effectively lose 150 pips. The price can move to your disadvantage at 150 pips. So it's not essentially the best way stop to use, your initial stop only. Then the second stop that we're going to be looking at is the break-even stop. So move your stop to break even at a certain point. So let's have a look at how that one works. Okay, so with the break-even stop, with a 100 pip target, 50 pip stop, what you would tell the stop to do is move the stop to break even when a certain profitability has been reached. In this case, we're going to use 50 pips. So when it's moved 50 pips towards its target, move the stop to break even, and that will make sure that the transaction is risk-free. Great. And it will also give you the protection, so if the price reverses, that the worst you can come out is break even. It also has the disadvantage that the price can go all the way up to within 1 or 2 pips of the target, come all the way back, and effectively your stop has allowed you to lose 100 pips. That's the disadvantage of the break-even stop. So let's have a look at the trailing stop. Now, I use the word following stop and trailing stop interchangeably. They mean the same thing. So if we look at this following stop example, let's say you've got a 100 pip target, a 50 pip stop. You then say to the following stop or the trailing stop, when I am 50 pips positive, create a following stop that is 50 pips big, in this example, and then trail it by every movement of 10 pips that the price makes. So in other words, when the price moves up to plus 60, the trailing stop will follow by 50 pips. If it goes to 70, it will follow by 50 pips, and then eventually the price will either hit the target or hit the stop. Great, also a great tool to use. Advantage of this is that you become positive more quickly. Your results can be positive, but because you're using a fixed amount all the time, you can still end up giving back quite a lot. In the end, the price can come within 1 pip of your target, and you could be giving back 60 pips to the market because your price hasn't hit the target but come and hit your following stop. Very effective tool, a big improvement on the initial stop and the break-even stop. So let's have a look at the dynamic stop. Now, what the dynamic stop does, and it's a bit like a following stop, but it keeps the ratio of your risk-return ratio the same throughout the transaction. So, for instance, if you have a 100 pip target and a 50 pip stop, that means your risk to reward ratio is 1 to 2, and therefore it will keep that ratio throughout the transaction. So as the price is going up, it will move the stop up to make sure that if the price comes down, you are still losing in the risk return ratio. In this example, for every 20 pips that the price moves closer to the target, the stop will actually move 30 pips. So what happens is that it ends up squashing the price into the target. And If there is a retracement, the amount that you're giving back to the market becomes smaller and smaller as the transaction happens. Now, in these particular settings, you can decide how often you want your risk-return ratio corrected. You can do it 10 times during a transaction, or you can do it 5 times. In this particular example, I'm showing you a 5 times correction. So as you can see, the stop becomes smaller. It goes from 50 to 40 to 30 to 20 and to 10 pips as you get closer and closer to it. So it's squashing the price into the target. Also extremely effective, and that has the advantage of not giving back to the market a lot of pips. In your MT4 platform, the only stop that is available, automated stop, is the trailing stop. When you open a transaction and it's active, what you do is you right click on the transaction, as you can see I'm doing right there, and you then have a trailing stop facility. So you can actually tell it by how many points you want your trailing stop to follow. So there's the only automation in the MT4 platform. In our EAs, as you can see, we have those settings that allow you to adjust all those stops that I have shown you. So I hope you found this helpful. The question is, which stop should I be using? There is no definitive answer to that. It depends on the currency, the type of trading technique you use, and a whole lot of other factors. So the best is, if you're using an EA, back trade that EA using all 4 the stop out methods and see which one is the best. If you're using manual systems, you'll have to evaluate which stop you would like to use. Again, from me, Alex Deploy, thank you for watching this video. Cheerio.